Hello my little pups. Today is part 2 of the video that I made last time of me making a cosplay for myself and my friend for the upcoming Galaxy convention. We were going to be in the contest, but stuff happened. There's a lot more of that in the last video. But for the Galaxy convention, and we're going to be Redhead and Nell from Gaslight District. So, like I said, if you want to get caught up with all of the stuff, please go watch the last video if you haven't already. But I feel like there's not much to say, so let's get into it. A lot of these angles, it's hard to see what exactly I am doing, but trust me, I don't know what I'm doing either. But for this part, I was making the torso and I was just cutting out a bunch of strips that I can sew together. Now, I never got an exact measurement for all the strips, but width-wise, they all ended up being about 3.5 inches. Now, I must admit, a lot of these shots were kind of dark, but work with me here. I was trying with lighting and things like that. But in this clip, I am working on these sleeves, trying to make sure all the sewing was clean so there was nothing really bulging out or puckering. For those of you who have seen the last video, I'm glad to report that no needles broke and almost hit me in the face. With every single part of this costume, everything had to be micro adjusted or ripped out and sewn back in. It was just so hard for me to get everything just right, especially on the first tries. But I did end up getting both arms and both legs done, as you can see. So this is what's done so far, and this is in 3 pieces, right? The torso, arms, yeah. And I don't fully know if I should add more to this part. I'm thinking 2 little diagonal pieces so it's not just harsh straight lines, but I don't fully know. Plus, I didn't do the back panel yet. There's going to be like 1 or 2 strips for the back. But I think it looks decently good at this stage. It looks promising. But also, I definitely do not have enough. I do not have enough to finish Mel. If anything, it's 1 thigh, 1 leg left. So I definitely need to go to the store and get more. But yeah. Now back to back, one thing after another, things started to happen in my personal life that made me want to stay away from this project. I wanted to quit, delete all the footage, and give up. But I had someone counting on me to make them their cosplay, so we could see our favorite person. So with that being said, I got right back to it. I was in a bit of a weird mental state, but crafting genuinely does make me feel better. But what I should be working on right here is sewing in the pants leg to the underwear part of the pants that I made, which kind of ended up looking like granny panties, if you ask me. Honestly, with how much fabric was sewn together at this point, it was getting kind of hard to see what I was doing while pinning everything, trying to get it through my sewing machine. Now, if I do remember correctly, what I am sewing right here are the sleeves onto the main part of the body suit shirt piece. I only have 1 day left to finish the entire cosplay. I do like everything I've gotten done so far. Is it perfect? No, not at all. But it's decent for my first attempt at sewing a mummy wrap. And whew, oh boy, am I nervous because I won't even get to test it one more time to see if it can fit in the cosplay. I was not able to make the wig, as you can see. I'm so tempted to literally just go out and buy the color wig that I need and then go from there. But even then, that seems iffy right now with some slight changes have happened. Well, a lot of changes. But I like what I've gotten done right now. But there's still so much to do. We have the back. We have the front. He will not be able to lift his arms. That was a miscalculation on my part. I don't know if he'll notice this when I give it to him, because I will fix it with elastic, like actual pants. But I made the thighs a little too thick, and so I had to overcorrect and make him some granny panties. But like I said, I'll add in a piece of elastic to shrink it back. And because I messed up when it came to sewing in the leg part, I will have to, at some point this week, during the little bit of time that I do have, hand sew. I could probably machine sew, but hand sew one pants leg into this. It might be big enough to where I can just machine sew it, which would be better. But tomorrow, if I am able to complete everything that I should, I will powder in a pot. I should probably test it before I actually do it, but I'm going to put these pieces in the pot to soak in it and make it like more of the grungy, almost withered brown that Mel's actual body wrapping has. Hopefully it doesn't go too bad. And hopefully he doesn't look bad.
Now, honestly, I did try to adjust the photos so you can actually see it better, but I finally got something of him finally in the outfit, and as you can see, it's a little tight on him. Now, the first time we did have him try on the suit, we were still excited about things, getting to go to the convention, but things had to, of course, happen afterward.
And so he never came. But you know what? Like and subscribe for the next one. I'll be making something soon for you guys. See you all later.